In the 2021 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons made history drafting tight end Kyle Pitts with the 4th overall pick. This is the highest that a tight end has ever been drafted in the NFL. The previous highest tight end ever drafted was football legend Mike Ditka. He was drafted with the 5th overall pick all the way back in 1961. Pitts came into the league with a lot of hype. He was the first non-quarterback taken in that draft, and there were people saying that he was the best overall player available. It's no surprise that he had this much hype though. He had 770 receiving yards and 12 touchdowns in only 8 games his last year in college. Pitts lived up to the hype his rookie season, becoming only the second tight end ever after Mike Ditka to have over 1,000 receiving yards in his rookie season. He was already considered top 5 in his position after just 1 year. The excitement surrounding him for year 2 was huge. While the excitement was there, the production wasn't. Here are the stats for his rookie and sophomore season side by side. Since Pitts missed 7 games though, I'll break it down into per game stats. He had a sizable drop-off in multiple receiving stats. This was partially due to the fact that Matt Ryan was no longer the quarterback for the team. In every game Pitts played last season, he had Marcus Mariota as his quarterback. It was a clear downgrade, but when your best player is getting less than 6 targets per game, that doesn't only have to do with the quarterback, it also has to do with the offensive game plan. The Falcons' pass attempts per game dropped from 33.7 in 2021 to 24.4 in 2022. With almost 10 less passes per game than the previous year, it makes sense as to why Pitts' receiving stats dropped so much. The Falcons also used a first-round pick in 2022 to select wide receiver Drake London, who led the Falcons in every receiving stat. That's another factor as to why Pitts' numbers drop, but if a team is going to use 2 high draft picks in back-to-back years on elite receiving talent, why are they not passing the ball more? It seems to me that the Falcons organization assumed that Matt Ryan would continue being a good starting quarterback into his later years, similar to how Brady and Rodgers were able to do it. But when they realized that wasn't the case, they had to do a complete 180 on their game plan, leaving elite talent like London and Pitts to suffer the consequences. Through 4 games this season, the Falcons are averaging 29.8 pass attempts per game, a slight increase when compared to last season. But despite that, Kyle Pitts' per game stats are actually lower this year than last year. Falcons' 2023 first-round pick, running back Bijan Robinson, actually has more targets thrown to him than Pitts in 3 of the 4 games this season. Robinson is an elite-level prospect that certainly lived up to the hype, but Pitts was that just 2 seasons ago. It's not just Robinson who's being used more than Pitts though. The Falcons have used tight end Jonnu Smith more than Kyle Pitts this season. Look at these stats. I know it's early in the season, so this is just a small sample size, but basing off of last season, there's no reason to believe that Pitts is going to see more work. There isn't a player in the league who's more underutilized than Kyle Pitts. The highest tight end ever drafted in the NFL, and he's used mostly as a glorified decoy. It's a shame to see, but at the same time, the Falcons are doing the best with what they have. Desmond Ridder is an elite quarterback by any means. He isn't even on the level of 35-year-old Matt Ryan, who was out of the league a year after he left the Falcons. The Falcons run the ball a lot and they throw short passes. Ridder's averaging 6.3 yards per pass thrown, which is bottom 10 this season, and would have been the 3rd least last season. This is why Bijan Robinson is seeing so many passes at the running back, and Jonnu Smith is seeing so many passes as a tight end who runs shorter routes than Pitts does. Pitts is essentially a receiver, and this Falcons offense just isn't built for receivers to thrive in. From what we've seen so far this season, it's clear that year 3 is going to be another underwhelming year for Pitts. Unless the Falcons make a change at quarterback, he needs to get out of Atlanta as fast as possible. Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Didn't think anyone would come this far. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel, give the video a like, and comment your thoughts down below. Thanks.